Are you prepared for the Mercury retrograde? If not, let's prepare together. Let's talk about what you can experience, how to prepare for that period. I already can feel that energy since yesterday when I was in taxi and nothing worked in terms of the phone and the GPS and so on. Today I had to restart my computer 2 times. I had to restart my recording tool 2 times as well. So I am in the chill mode. It is Mercury retrograde coming. And before we get into the details of Mercury retrograde, let's talk about the sections that we will go through today. So you know what to expect from the video. Mercury retrograde in Aries, that will be the first topic, and the general energy of the month of April. This is extremely powerful month that we are entering very soon. So what is this? What is this retrograde? What is this about? What is this energy about? So what you can expect as well, what you can feel. The second section will be more focused on what you can experience. I already mentioned a couple of things that I experienced already during that period, and then how to prepare for that, what to do, what to avoid during this period as well. So let's get into the first section. So Mercury retrograde, it starts during the night on the 1st of April and will be until 25th of April in Aries. Then on April 15th, Mercury conjunct Chiron, the healer. Then on April 19th, Mercury conjunct Venus. And as you know, probably, nothing in astrology happens just on one day and separately. All those energies, they blend together, they mix together, and they paint the full picture for us. So with that in mind, that we have that Mercury retrograde on the main stage, we also have the theater of 2 eclipses. One of them already behind us, 25th of March in Libra, and the new one together with the solar eclipse in Aries on 8th of April, together with the super moon, the new moon in Aries. And later, during the April 21st, another interesting conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus. So this whole picture gives us a background for the very powerful season. Some say it is a big jump into the future. So because of the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, you can experience rapid changes to the future. Jupiter will make everything you do bigger. So if you want to focus on some stuff to move your business, to move your growth, your personal growth, Jupiter will make that bigger. And then the unexpected changes. Usually eclipses are connected with the rapid changes out of the blue. Something might come up, something that had hidden some time ago, and then it appears again during that period. So this is the general energy of this month. It can be chaotic. Those energies are powerful, and in general, in terms of the solar eclipse, it also, you can feel that not only during that time, but also up to 6 months, and even this time, because it is a really powerful solar eclipse, it might be even more than 6 months. But today focus is on the Mercury retrograde, so I will a bit simplify that to the Mercury retrograde. Just keep in mind that there are a lot of other events, astrological events, that are going on the main stage or behind the scenes. This is the general energy, so take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. And if you want to know where it really fails into your chart, I will make a separate short training how to do that, how to check that. Until then, if you really want, just find me on Instagram, DM me, and I will help you to find that. So let's first start with the retrograde. What is this retrograde? Retrograde is when the planet appears to move backwards in its orbit. So it is not the movement backwards, it is only that it appears as one. And when we are, I mentioned that, but in April it is extremely important. When analyzing different astrological events, we cannot look only on one. So just keep in mind that whole background. And big theme for Mercury is communication. It is mindset. It is the perception, the observation, the thinking. Also, transportation. So in terms, if we talk about communication, it is not just only communication with your partner, with your family, but it can be communication internally. It can be communication using our phones or laptops, or when we also communicate through different messengers and so on. Plus, in terms of the transportation, it obviously can affect like the delays or some changes in the schedules of your flights, of your trains, etc., etc. So this is the big theme for Mercury. And together, to blend it with energy of Aries, Aries is a very confident, full of energy, the warm energy sign. It is cardinal, it is warm, it is connected with leadership as well. So we can read through that some freedom of expressions, some impulsiveness in terms of the communication. Aries is, as I mentioned, extremely confident. This is the determined energy that I want this, I already started this, I do this, I get this. That's that kind of energy. I know who I am. Keep in mind that this is the blend of the Mercury communication retrograde. Some issues with communication might appear, and the Aries that is also extremely fire, warm, expressive sign. So I hope that now you can feel that blend of the energies of the main stage, meaning the tunnel of eclipses, the changes, new beginnings coming, rapid changes in the collective, but also in probably your life, together with the Mercury retrograde, which is the communication shakes in Aries. So impulsiveness, this energy of I know who I am, I want this, so I do this, I buy this, I get this right now. And let's move to then what you can experience during that period. And I already provided you with the examples from my life there, but you can experience in general some shakes in terms of the communication. And because it also falls into the Easter period of time when we meet with our families and so on, and probably maybe you plan to stay a little bit longer with your family, and it will actually be that energy. So keep focused on the clear communication and be aware that there might be some shakes, that you might experience the energy of doing something quickly without the proper analysis. You might want to buy something right now, or do something, start a project right now without the proper analysis, if that will bring you the fruits. for future. You might experience some issues with the communication tools, phones, connection devices, and so on. Everything that connects you to the world and allows you to communicate. There might be with your family, for example, because that's the Easter period, there might be some misunderstandings, impulsiveness, or even aggressiveness in the tone of communication with your family. So be aware of that there might be that energy somewhere in the family, and you might need to be very clear in terms of your boundaries and protecting your energy with your family. So I think that it is actually extremely good information on how to work with that energy. And keeping your boundaries, staying calm. You will see that, oh, that's the energy that Pamela talked about. So let's keep it calm, take a glass of wine, just drink a glass of wine, chill, and wait until that period ends. There might be the energy of saying something quickly without thinking about that. So keep your focus on how you communicate with your family, and if you do not say something without proper thinking about what you want to say and then trying to fix that somehow. So that's that kind of energy that you might experience. In terms of the transportation, that's also connected to Mercury. You might also experience some differences in the schedule of trains, flights, some maybe issues with the car, and so on. And if that happens, for example, your flight is delayed or something, just keep it calm. I know it will be difficult sometimes. I already swear today 20 times when I had to restart my computer and then again the recording tool, and I hope that everything will record properly. So I know that. However, with that energy in mind and with that information in your toolkit, if the flight is delayed, take your husband, take your partner, just go to the bar, buy a cup of tea or coffee or a glass of wine, and just take a book or something. Just prepare yourself for those unexpected situations. Also, if you want to buy a beautiful dress or something, it is an energy that you might have issues with the delivery and so on. So it actually puts me in the position to say how to prepare for that, how to prepare for all that energy that is coming, that impulsiveness. Yeah. So what to do, what to avoid during that period. First of all, awareness itself will help you to manage that energy. If you were planning to see your family and you are planning to stay there a little bit longer, and for example, you will then need to come back to your home, just prepare yourself. Also, maybe take your laptop with you, just in case you might have any issues with the transportation back home. Keep that energy in your mind when you communicate with your family. So think carefully, give yourself time before you say something that might be impulsive or aggressive, or any that kind of energy you will feel, or be aware of your triggers with your family as well, because this is something that might come up in general, but also with that Mercury retrograde, it might be the energy that you feel. So be aware of your triggers with your family as well, so there are no misunderstandings. Think clearly and give yourself more focus on that communication with your family. If you can, maybe even prepare yourself somehow for the conversations that you can expect. Prepare yourself with the boundaries. What are your boundaries with your family? And when they are crossing those boundaries, asking you uncomfortable questions, as it is with family during the family gathering, prepare yourself and prepare the answers, calm answers that will protect your energy and that will protect your boundaries. So you will be prepared and you will not be that triggered. And the second thing is that you will be able to communicate that in a calm thought way. And so that's in terms of the communication. But also in terms of the communication, if you can avoid signing any long-term agreements during that time. And if you cannot avoid that, because obviously the life goes on and we have a lot of stuff going on everyday life. If you cannot avoid it, just make sure that you read that through, that everything that is unclear is cleared out, that you explain everything that needs to be explained, and you completely understand what you are signing there. You can even, and I really recommend that if you need to sign any long-term agreements, contracts, business contracts, or even personal, like mortgage or something, just consult that with the lawyer if you can. During that period, it is better to do not sign this stuff. Sometimes we cannot, our contract ends in the middle of Mercury retrograde, and what can you do? You need to sign this during that period if you want to continue to cooperate. Then during that time, it will be best if you can give it more thought than usual. Focus on reading that agreement once again, because there might be mistakes, there might be some kind of misunderstandings, and clear all those things out. Plus, if you can, use lawyers during that time and consult on that. If you can avoid repairing or buying new phones, laptops, any kind of communication devices as well, it would be fantastic if you can avoid it during that time. If not, then again, try to make sure and test everything out. Unfortunately, the things bought during the Mercury retrogrades, they like to be imperfect. Let's call it like that. So if you can avoid that, I would also recommend that. Because of that being in Aries and that fire energy, again, try to, when you communicate with your clients, when you communicate with other people, try to give it more thought than usual. Before you say something you will regret. It is also for the personal relationships, of course, and internal communication as well. If you communicate with yourself, and all women are, we cannot just switch it off. We are communicating all the time with ourselves. If you can, just be aware that you might feel a bit overwhelmed, and that communication internally can be also overwhelmed. The simple example, you do something and you will have that energy of, oh God, I could do that better right now, I could do that better, and you are simply saying negative things to yourself. So be aware of that it can be impulsive. And then if you give it 1 day or 2 days, again, then it would be completely different. So give yourself time as well, and Did I tell everything? One more thing. If you have a business, or even if you don't, another thing is to back up all your devices, phones, laptop, and so on. Try to back it up to have the things in cloud, because there might be problems with backups as well, and you might lose if something breaks. You might lose some of your data, of your pictures, videos, and so on. So make sure to back up your stuff as well. And I think that I actually said most of it. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I wish you good luck for that April energy, including the whole Mercury retrograde. And if you have any questions, or you would like to see more videos for some other topics, then let me know. Soon we will also have, I will also record the video for this April solar eclipse and new moon, so you can prepare for that as well. Probably the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction as well, so you can prepare for that April. And for the very specific impact on your chart, make sure you check where it fills into your chart. If you do not know, please contact me on Instagram. I would like to invite you to my other channels on Instagram, on TikTok. I am on TikTok as well, and not that regular user, but I would like to share more knowledge with you, and I hope you will be able to prepare using all that knowledge. Yeah. Thank you very much, and good luck.